My Splunky just got commandeered. What just happened? Am I seeing things? Is this real life? Turn 1 Citadel into turn 3 Titan. Not too bad. This is a nice little line. Hello and welcome everybody. If you're not here catching the stream live, then that means you're watching this on YouTube, and it also means that we are playing a very interesting list. If you're not already aware, the new Lost Caverns of Ixalan set is out, and that means the card Spelunking is out. It's basically Explore plus Amulet combined for a total of 3 mana, which is pretty dang good. And there's tons of rules interactions that will come up through the course of us playing this league, I'm sure. At least hoping that we get Splunky into play. But we're also playing another new card from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and that card is Sunken Citadel. This is another kind of weird one. It's a ETB tapped, choose a color, it taps for that color land, but you can tap it for 2 mana of the chosen color for land sources. So if we play this tapped naming blue, for example, we can transmute Tolaria West for 1 cheaper, which is why we're playing a full 4 copies of Tolaria West. It can also tap for 2 for Urza Saga for value, and it also happens to tap for 2 to activate Castle Garenbrig. So ideally the curve is turn 1 Saga, turn 2 Amulet, Sunken Citadel naming green, and then just go off on turn 3. I don't know exactly how I'm liking this list, I'm not gonna lie. I am mainly playing this list with no Dryads and Splunkings and Sunken Citadels to give the Pumpkin Wine and Yusamonit's attempt at the deck a shot, I guess is the best way to say it. I am not a believer in cutting Dryad of the Elysian Grove in Valakut. As you see in this list, there are no Valakuts, no Dryads. I feel horrible about not having access to those, but instead we get access to a bunch of Tolaria Wests, a very powerful new enchantment, Explore plus Amulet, very interesting stuff. And of course we have some extra sideboard options. We have Force of Vigor here again, kind of a relic of the past at this point. There was a point in time where we stopped playing this one, but now that everybody's playing Up the Beanstalk and Leyline Bindings and that sort of thing, and there's obviously going to be the Mirror with some of the new cards being released, Force of Vigor seems pretty well positioned, and so we are playing a full 3 copies of this one. We also have our One Rings kicked to the sideboard here. The idea being that if we're putting in some semi-clunky 3-drops, we need to move some semi-clunky cards to the sideboard, and those cards are the One Ring. I still want access to this one against aggressive decks and Scam and things like that. Maybe even against Murktide we could board this in, but I'd rather have Splunking as my main deck card advantage / Amulet effect. Amulet's number 5 through 8, if you will. And so we're giving that a shot. I also put together a list with Splunking and Dryad and main board rings, I do believe. That was very significantly different from this one. So if that's something you guys want to see, then leave your support and let me know. But for now, let's just jump into the league here. I don't really have much else to say. We do have a second Cultivator Colossus hanging out in the sideboard, I should mention, just because I couldn't bring myself to put it main deck. I hate drawing this card. I only ever want a pact for it, so I'm only playing this because I feel like without Dryad, we probably need access to the second, so we'll board this in Solitude matchups, or we'll go long matchups where a second Colossus comes in handy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna miss Dryad, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Spelunking and Sunken Citadel, but we'll find out. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into match 1. My computer's also been a little laggy, so hopefully it's not gonna be too bad. I don't know why, it's usually not like this. Okay, so we have our first Spelunking hand of the day. We have the Castle Garenbrig Sunken Citadel combo. I mean, I don't necessarily see what's not to like about this. We go turn 1 Saga, turn 2 Citadel, turn 3 Castle, and I guess we can just play Spelunking into a turn 4 Titan. I don't really know what else we can draw with this hand that improves it. I guess we could draw an Amulet, or I guess maybe we draw Bounce Land. We go Saga, Castle Garenbrig, Bounce Land, Pack for Azusa into turn 2 Titan, something like that. Like, there's draws that make this hand interesting, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how to evaluate these new cards. It's also been a while since I, 1, streamed, and 2, played Amulet, so I guarantee this is going to be full of play mistakes. We're just trying to explore the new cards regardless, so I wouldn't feel one particular type of way about it. Scalding Tarn Pass, huh? Ugh. Dude, why do I put this freaking card in my deck? I hate you, Cultivator Colossus. Go away, you're plaguing me. Ugh. Okay, well, let's go with Urza Saga, I guess. Lag is going to kill me. It's probably because I'm streaming this late at night. Yeah. Dude, I'm down to test. This is based off of lists I saw from Yusamonit's and Pumpkin Wine on Twitter. Everyone and their mothers like to say, it's the end of Dryad, we're gonna cut Dryad and Valakut, and I personally don't believe it, but there's only one way to find out, so. Ketria Triumph Forest. Basic Forest is a little weird. Fetching for Ketria kind of makes me feel like it's Rhinos. Ice. I mean, still technically could be 5-color Cascade into Beans, but Grazer, huh? I mean, if we play Sunken Citadel here, we get to we get Saga value and make a token. That's kind of sick. But we also stop ourselves from transmuting T-West. I mean, we have everything we need, other than bounce land, I guess. We could potentially be transmuting for a bounce land this upcoming turn or something. I feel like Sunken naming green, then we can go Castle, Grazer in Talari West, and then any land less as Titan is probably fine. So I'm going with that, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. We're already getting Sunken Citadel value. Ancient Tomb. Is that you? But green. Ancient Tomb, but green. We're also probably just getting rhinos out of the game pretty quickly, so I guess we could also just slam Spelunking this upcoming turn. I don't know that we need to with Saga popping off. Like, holding Grazer is better if we draw a bounce land and a second Amulet or something like that, but I mean, I'm not sure that this one construct token is going to matter. We'll see what we draw first. Well, that's the bounce land. Interesting. So we get Amulet, go Grazer off of Garenbrig into Talari West, just Titan next turn with Amulet in play. Does the token matter here, or would we rather bait out a force or something? If we go float, play Garenbrig, Spelunking, and they counter it, then next turn we just go bounce land, tap 4, activate Garenbrig, slam Titan. Doesn't seem too bad. I mean, we have a lot of options. I feel like a 1/1 or 2/2 construct is the least of our worries here, so I'm just gonna use this chance to resolve a Spelunking. Although I guess, well, Spelunking with a single Amulet doesn't mess us up. If we were to draw a second Amulet somehow before we get to our Titan turn, then playing Spelunking we get punished because we'll only get 1 untap from the Slayer Stronghold, but I don't think that we care about that possibility. Violent Outburst right now. Oh my goodness, I'm so shocked. We got the Footfalls. Did they literally cascade into it right off the top? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Did they literally just hit only Crashing Footfalls and give me no extra information? That's lame. I at least wanted to see their deck. How's it going, Nantuko? We get this Amulet. So we can go Grazer off of Garenbrig into T-West into Spelunking, if I'm not mistaken. This taps for an individual green, right? Yeah, so this should be fine. I guess we always yield to this. I don't think there's a reason to be worried about the way that Spelunking interacts. If they settle Team my Grazer, that'll be next level. But even then, we'll still have Titan next turn thanks to the Ancient Tomb here, so. Tap for a green, play Spelunking. We're going caving, guys. I mean, I guess we could also just pick up... Oh, well, I was going to say if we didn't draw a land, we could just... Okay, so this is... We get to choose whether we want to put it into play tapped or not, because it usually enters tapped. So we could, if we had multiple Amulets and a land enters tapped, get multiple Amulet untaps. However, since we only have 1 Amulet and 1 Spelunking, it doesn't really matter, so we're just going to have it enter the battlefield untapped at this juncture and pass it back. So now we could just Colossus this upcoming turn if we really wanted to. Would make 4 act. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate for 6. Leave 1 floating. We'd have to draw quite a number of lands for Colossus to get us a Primeval Titan on the battlefield. So I don't know about all that. Oh my gosh, the lag is gonna kill me. I don't know why it's doing this either. Let's take our free chump block here. Map, huh? Well, I mean, we can just activate Castle as is. Our opponent could have another Violent Outburst. They could be holding up Force. Hopefully they just don't have Subtlety. We go Bounce Land, activate Garenbrig for 6, play Titan. There's not really anything we can do there. Let's see, we just activate, play Titan now. We can play Boros Garrison as land for turn after bouncing it to its own trigger, and then Double Strike for lethal if they don't have Violent Outburst. If they do have Outburst, we lose our Titan probably. That doesn't necessarily mean we lose the game. I feel like this part's easy. We've already used the Sunken Citadel to pretty good effect, I would say, this game. I guess we're just slamming Titan. Does it make better sense to try to high roll with the Cultivator? Because the Cultivator won't even, I mean, it would trade with a Rhino. I feel like I'm just slamming Titan here. I don't know what I'm doing after this, though, but I feel like getting Titan into play is going to be better than resolving Cultivator if they don't have Subtlety, so. Oh, I grinded as soon as the set came out to get access to the cards through GoatBots. I just, like, sat there with a page auto-refresher, and anytime something popped up as being available, I just insta-sniped it. Okay, so, well, we got to the point where our Titan resolved, which is good, I guess. Do we want to attack into... If we attack and double strike, they're forced to chump block, and that at least gets rid of 1 Rhino, so we're not going to be dead. They could have Ice to tap, or Brazen Borrower to bounce. We could get double bounce land, play bounce land for turn, and pack for a second Titan. It's weak to Force, but then we still have an untapped Titan in play to block at least. Or not, yeah, it is weak to Force. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do here. We can get bounce. Oh no, we don't have a Mycosynth. I was gonna say we could get bounce Mycosynth, copy Amulet, play bounce land, pack for like Grazer or Azusa into Cultivator Colossus, but since we don't play Mycosynth, we don't have that line. Dude, this is already destroying my brain. Okay, I guess I kind of just want to attack here, I think. Force them to have the interaction. Oh, that's right, the Slayer Stronghold doesn't even trigger the Amulet. That's weird. I guess we'll just have it enter untapped. It's a pointless decision to make, but you know. We can actually even name, like, white or red with Sunken Citadel and use this to leave a land in play and Sunhome our Titan. I don't know how good Sunken Citadel is. It's been alright so far. It's at least taps for green, although it enters tapped, which I don't love. They do have the bounce spell. Okay, well that's not great, but at least we're not dead immediately. So now what? I guess we keep bounce land in hand so that we can Colossus into a bunch of stuff. So now we just play the garrison they know about. Say yes, so we don't have to worry about the trigger. Oh, I guess we don't need to... We can pick up the, like, any land here. We could pick up, like, Castle, and then still put it into play with Colossus, which I think is fine. We'll do that. Oh, these arrows are to show what land made the mana. I forgot that's the thing that they did. Okay, well, we'll see where this goes. We can crack map for another land for the Colossus, too, so better have a subtlety, I guess. We'll take our 8. We have enough to just cast Colossus right now, but if we play Selesnya, then we can leave Slayers and Garrison untapped, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we'd be one short. So we can leave a white and Slayers untapped, and then maybe try to haste somehow from there. Or we could map for a bounce and just hope that our Colossus resolves. I mean, that would guarantee that we get to play Titan after the Colossus. Doesn't necessarily guarantee that we get to haste both of our creatures, but I mean, at least that would block their rhinos, and they pass. Can't say I'm surprised. We have another land for Colossus, which is quite nice. Well, considering a second Amulet doesn't do anything... No, actually, we still get the extra untaps for ETB tapped lands. So, like, Vesuva copy Stronghold would give us 2 additional hastes. Okay, I guess we're going for... I mean, we're only going to be playing one of these this turn, right? That's 6, 7, 8. Even if we packed it for Zeus, we're not doing much. So, if we're going to go for Colossus, and I think we are, then we might as well crack the map and go all in. So, I think that's what I'm going for. Dude, the prompt confuses me every time. I'm like, what am I looking at? Where's my amulet trigger? Oh gosh, maybe playing Colossus with this lag is not going to work well either. Dude, what is happening? Oh, let me close some stuff just in case it's my internet tabs that are open that's doing this. Okay, so let's pick up the garrison. So we are guaranteeing that we have red and white. We'll map for a bounce land and slam Colossus. Or let's get, I guess, Gruul Turf. Now we slam the Colossus and see what happens from here. If we do get the chance to resolve a Primeval Titan, then we can Vesuva Slayers and haste both of these. So, hey, resolved! No way! Okay. We take those. Sunken Citadel tapping for 2 mana once again. I don't think there's been a single turn where tapping for 2 mana wouldn't have been good, because there was the turn where we could have activated the Saga, then every turn after that we're just activating Garenbrig instead. Flame of Anor to kill our Colossus. That's what's coming down the pipe here when Magic stops lagging. Gosh, this is real bad. Maybe I should restart MTGO. Oh, maybe I don't have to. Maybe it'll just collapse. Are you guys still there? Well, this is not a great way to start the stream. Thank you for the follow, Donkin. This is not a great look for the stream. Okay, so we have a game. Alright, so Colossus is finally dead. 13 minutes. Ugh. Okay, well, let's just do this fast, I guess. Yes. Untap, yes. Actually, untap will save us a lot of time here, because we don't have to click all the triggers for Amulet in order. So that's kind of nice. Why is it doing this? Is anybody else having lag issues with Magic Online? At least our Colossus is going off. Oh, that's right, we have to name. We'll name blue for TOS. Alright, we're done. We gotta choose a procedure to keep. At least we don't have to stack all these Amulet triggers. That actually makes Colossus a lot easier to play. Maybe I don't hate Colossus as much as I used to. Let's see. We can float blue, I guess, and pick up the Sunken Citadel. Really probably shouldn't be thinking too much about all this. Okay, so let's activate Castle Garenbrig. We want to play Amulet here because it'll let us get 2 untaps with Vesuva if we choose to have the thing enter, if we choose to have the Vesuva enter tapped. Say yes. So we want to copy Slayers, and we want to play a second Titan, so let's get Simic. Oh, we got a copy. Dude, the new trigger from Spolinkin gets me every time. Enter untap. No. Oh, even the Vesuva. Weird. Okay, well, either way it still works out, but... Even the Vesuva enter untap. That's weird. Okay, we'll pick up the Citadel, packed for a second Titan, haste both, and attack them, and move on. Oh, this is for land abilities. Goodness. Okay, well, let's just say yes, I guess. Get Sunken Citadel naming red and white so we can easily Sunhome, I suppose. Goodness, this is taking forever. I'm just gonna let the blue mana go for sake of time. Gosh, this is more stressful than it needed to be. This Sunhome's gonna enter untapped, isn't it? So let's just get Sunhome and say done. Wait. Well, we got to show off Sunken Citadel a lot this game, so that's cool. Yeah, I don't know that the Vesuva's supposed to be entering untapped. That was really disorienting to me. Maybe it's because it's copying Slayer's Stronghold, and Slayer's Stronghold doesn't enter tapped naturally? I don't know. I feel like it should have been entering tapped there, or at least I feel like I should have had the option. Okay, that was weird. Okay, well, we'll bring in O-Stone. Rings, I think, are good against them. I guess they could just force them, but if they don't, then it's probably good. They could have Mystical Dispute that they board in for making Cavern, like, reasonable, but I don't think I care. Okay, what's not great against them? I think Spelunking's probably like okay-ish. And Trim, actually I don't think Trim and Grazer is really good. Interesting. Yeah, I honestly think that's just a bug. I don't know for sure though. That's the best thing about new cards like Spelunking is you have no clue. At least I have no clue. I don't know that we're supposed to be. I mean, they have Force and possible Blood Moon, so maybe we're supposed to be trimming Saga. We still have Sunken Citadel plus Garenbrig to ramp naturally, and we are almost guaranteedly going to have access to at least one Amulet effect, even if they do force us, probably. So, like, I don't hate this setup. 32 lands is a little low. Maybe have land over map. I think that's about it. I picked a Vesuva there because I thought it would be entering tapped, but... or I thought that I could choose to have it enter tapped. Turn 1, Grazer in Sunken Citadel. Turn 2, Spelunking, huh? Very interesting stuff. Very interesting. I'm definitely keeping this. Sunken Citadel doesn't even necessarily do anything right now. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Turn 2, Spelunking is exactly what I'm here for. We can put the cave in with Spelunking and gain 4. That's mad value. That is mad value. Actually, I suppose if we want to play turn 2 Spelunking, we actually need to put a bounce land into play here so we can have the untapped source this upcoming turn. You know we're going to gain 4 life. You already know. Does that mean that Spelunking is supposed to stay in against burn? The Discover lands. Honestly, I don't even know what those are. Oh, wait, the ones that cascade? Are those the ones you're talking about? Keep in Spelunking against burn. Oh, well, yeah, I'm used to thinking of them as an Explore effect, but they're also just another Amulet effect, so they should just be fantastic against burn. Even if they're not gaining 4 life, but gaining 4 life is fantastic for this on top of it, so yes. So my opinion on the Discover lands is I sincerely hope that they don't see play because I don't want to see more Cascade all over Modern, but, you know, that's my only real opinion on those lands. I hope to God they don't see play. I have a suspicion that they might be fine, though. My Spelunky just got commandeered. What just happened? Am I seeing things? Is this real life? They get Amulet value out of our Spelunking. That's just insulting, to be honest. That's just rude. That denied us of an Amulet, a card, and 4 life. Whew. Probably worth 3 cards from them, I would say. That was a blowout. Well, are we supposed to go Summoner's Pacting for Azusa now at this point? Oh no, mono basics too. I mean, we can play around Blood Moon by Vesuvaing Forest, but... yeah, if they commandeer into Outburst, sheesh. Spelunking giving them a growth spiral effect, essentially, when they commandeer it. You love to see it. Well, if I can say one thing for sure about the new card, is having your Spelunking commandeered does not feel good. That one, not a good feeling. And the Blood Moon. Cool. Imagine we could pack for Dryad here. Imagine we were playing the card Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I mean, we just lost, right? Unless we draw exactly one of the other 3 basic forests. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Clearly I should have brought in Force of Vigor so I could hit my opponent's Blood Moon and my commandeered Spelunking for value. I mean, I'm going to play this out like there's a chance, but there's not. As soon as they put a Cascade spell on the stack, I'm pretty much just going to concede, so especially in the interest of time. Well, I guess I did say as soon as they put a Cascade spell on the stack. I mean, technically this isn't the stack yet. This is a triggered ability from the Cascade spell, so it's not the spell itself. So technically I didn't lie. Suspend 3rd Crashing Footfalls? What is this game, dude? Is this a real game? You can't convince me that this is actually real. O-Stone, Boseiju, Basic Forest. Does this list have Engineered Explosives? I don't know if it does. The other list that I had 4 Spelunkings, 4 Dryads, no Azusas, and I have a feeling that might be the better list, but this one plays Citadel, and I wanted to play Citadel, so. Are we supposed to be playing the 2nd Cultivator here? I don't really think so. I'm just gonna run it back. Let's not get our Spelunking commandeered this time. Commandeer Spelunking into Blood Moon. It's pretty strong against us. All right, on the play. Well, there's a Spelunking, but it's not a fast Spelunking. We go land, bounce land, Azusa, land, turn 4 Colossus with nothing to go off of. We could go turn 3 Citadel into turn 4 Colossus, potentially. We could go Citadel on green, Castle Garenbrig, turn 3 Spelunking, bounce land 4, 6, 7. Play an uncounterable Colossus on turn 4 with at least 1 land in hand. And I feel like we can't mulligan that. Probably not the greatest choice, but Citadel feels rough. I don't know, it's weird. Like, sometimes, that's not good. Sometimes Citadel is doing really cool stuff. Like, every time we use Citadel for Garenbrig, it's been very exceptionally good. I mean, I don't know if that comes across on your end, like, just watching me play, but I've played a lot with the card Castle Garenbrig, and Citadel plus Garenbrig feels very strong. It just maybe doesn't look that impressive. Play this, naming green. That said, is it strong enough to displace Mycosynth Gardens? And warrant playing an extra 2 Talari Wests? I don't know. We'll find out. Another suspended footfalls, huh? Hard. That's not footfalls. We'll play castle here. Suspended footfalls aren't usually the norm in this matchup, but yep. I like Spelunking a lot so far. 3 mana is a little rough. Like, I feel like a list... So I actually think that Spelunking will end up being better in a mono-green Valakut shell than Amulet, but it might still be good in Amulet regardless. Now we get to see the deck. I mean, not that I'm happy that they have the turn 2 Rhinos off of Gemstone Caverns, you know, but... I'm not even gonna look. Not even gonna look. Let's see. So we want Cavern on Beast, or we can save that as our... No, actually, we want Cavern on Beast for sure, so we can play around. Mystical Dispute if they happen to have it. Don't force my Spelunking. You never want to force Spelunking here. You never want to do that. Ooh, Amulet's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess we'll play that one. Actually, no. I think we don't play Amulet because if they have a force, then having Amulet in hand as backup is good, so we'll just keep the Amulet. I guess this plays into Beseiju a little bit. I mean, not really, though, because we just tap the land, play Amulet. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, or a bunch of mana with a Sanctuary, so you would play Explore with Spelunking. Over what? Yes, this is exactly the list that I was talking about, actually. Mono green Valakut. This deck, Courser of Crewfix, this deck would kill for a card like Spelunking. It's literally perfect, because you have Grazer and Sprawl to enable the turn 2 Spelunking, and Spelunking just does everything the deck wants. I actually think that Spelunking is perfectly and 100% designed for mono green Valakut. I just didn't think enough people... I think more people are interested to see me play through a league with normal Amulet before I start digging into that, but okay. So we're just gonna have to hope that our Cultivator Colossus is good enough here. I guess there's no reason to play Amulet out here, since we're just gonna be going Spelunking here. We have 6, 7, leave 1 floating, or we could leave the Slayers untapped. We probably want Slayers untapped, I guess. Well, we get to see the power of Spelunking being an Amulet of Vigor. We want it to enter untapped, for sure. Let's make our castle mana here. We are using Citadel to pretty good effect, I will say. Might as well make it uncounterable, I guess. Go. All right. Pick up the bounce land. Here's 1 Cultivator Colossus. You cut the map, a Cavern, and the 2 Azusa. Interesting. I mean, I don't know that I like playing without map in a Urza Saga list, but it could be done. Having to click this every time is kind of freaking annoying, I'm not gonna lie. And we're out. Okay, well, we get to play a Titan here. O-Stone would be too short of activating unless... I mean, I guess we could technically go Azusa, pack for Grazer, O-Stone, pop, pay the 4, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can play Titan. Oh, we don't have a Titan. If we draw a Titan, we can play Titan next turn after playing Oblivion Stone and popping it this turn. Let's see, we packed 4 Titan, play it, get Vesuva, Stronghold, and Bounce land, and then we can't haste both. We play Titan, leaving Slayers untapped, get Gruul Turf, Vesuva, where we get Gruul Turf, Selesnya, play Azusa, leaving a white floating. We only get to haste 1. Dang, I don't think there's really much we can actually do here other than blow up the world with O-Stone, which doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel the worst. All right, I guess we're doing this. Let's see, 3 and 5. Oh, wait, no, we can't play and activate O-Stone after playing Azusa and pack, can we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, it's exactly enough. It's exactly enough. Okay. Unless I horribly miscounted here. 7, 8, O-Stone, pop it. This is the only thing we can do. Keep wanting to hit no on that. I don't know why. I am hoping this Grazer will have it put in an untapped land. That is the hope. 3, yeah, we have enough. This is wild. Okay. And I guess we just pick up Sunken Citadel and have max mana in play, since we're not going to have a bunch of repeat land drops after our Azusa is gone. Don't force me, don't force me, don't force me. You don't have it, you don't want it. Although we're on 3 minutes and 50 seconds left thanks to Magic Online crashing before, so not looking fantastic here. Goodbye the entire world, I guess. Well, that happened. Honestly, I could see playing both Citadel and Spelunking and Mono Green Valakut. I think that deck gets much more drastically improved by these cards than Amulet does, to be honest. You might even be able to build like a hybrid with like 4 Amulets, 4 Utopia Sprawls, 4 Grazers, 4 Spelunking, and like try to do something like that. I have a bad feeling they're going to Blood Moon me here. Oh, they played a Gemstone Caverns. Those are legendary. I thought they played a fetch. I was like, okay, they're taking a while to get their land here. They must be looking for the basic. Oops. Flame of an Ore to draw 2, huh? Flame of an Ore to draw 2. And another Suspended Footfall. That is unfortunate. All right, let's pay our... Wait, that will not pay for Summoner's Pact. There we go. Ooh, 1 ring is pretty good here. That's just 1 ring. Yep, we boarded this one in too, didn't we? That is correct. Well, I think I didn't play land yet. I almost passed through the turn. Definitely want to play this Citadel. A naming green, I guess. We might still get there, which is kind of crazy. I guess O-Stone is like one of the few cards that can do that. We have a Footfalls being cast. 3 more cards coming in. 2 from the ring, 1 for turn. Alright, let's cast this Spelunking. I feel like I'm going to lose on time. I definitely have to restart my PC after this. Oh, what the heck? Whatever. Don't have time to think about what the heck just happened. Yeah, bouncing cave and then putting it in with spelunking to gain the 4. That's half of their current clock right now, so I didn't even think about it. Oh, I think we're just dead, aren't we? 7 plus the ring damage is more than enough. We're actually just dead. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna log off for a second, guys, but I will be back, so don't leave. It was 8 minus the 2. It was 6. Oh, wait. No, 6 plus the 2. I think we were still dead, right? Okay, we're jumping back in here, finally. All right, got a match. Finally, thank God. All right, beyond the play. Make sure this is adjusted so that you guys can see everything. Okay, good to go. So we got Double Saga, Sunken Citadel. If only we could have Citadel enter untapped on turn 2 so we could immediately start activating Saga. That would be so sick. We can get Double Amulet on turn 4, but we don't have a bounce land. I feel like we can do better on a mulligan, so I'm gonna throw it back. This hand looks better to me. We'll keep this one. And what are we bottoming is the question. T-West could be our Titan here. It's probably just Force, I think, in the blind. All right, we'll lead on Saga Amulet, as is customary here. Oh, look at how much smoother that is. Oh my gosh, it's a world of difference. Blood Crypt. Oh, are we getting scammed? Flameblade to death. Interesting. All right. I didn't expect this. We could play Azusa into, like, bounce our Saga, play Azusa into Saga land, and just make sure we get all of our cards on the table and have Saga value in case they are going to rip apart our hand with the 1-mana Rummage 3. We don't necessarily need to do that, though. I feel like we don't need Saga value. Regret that if we end up getting Thought Seized, but we'll deal with it. Next turn, we play Sanctuary, leave 1 floating, play Azusa, play T-West. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we have... Oh, they have the Inquiry. Well, interesting. I didn't mess up our hand too bad. So this upcoming turn, I think we still get the Colossus them, so they have Hollow One. Oh, I forgot to record. I'll have to download this off of Twitch, I guess. Got Root Wallas galore. What is Souls of the Lost? Power equal to number of permanents in graveyard, and toughness equal to that number plus 1. Okay, well, we'll take our 7 damage here off Flameblade Adept. Sheesh! And kill our opponent with Colossus. Quite probably. Get Amulet. Oh, do we get to go crazy with Sunken Citadel here? I mean, I guess we kind of want the land in hand, not in play. But we could play this, make 4 mana, activate Garenbrig, and just cast Colossus off of that. The ironic thing is we actually want the Citadel in hand, so we'll go with Simic, I guess. And we got another Colossus turn. One thing that's nice about this list is that you will get lots of Colossus turns. Thank goodness it's actually running smoothly. I was really afraid that this would not fix anything. All right, opponent's very dead. We'll name, I guess, white here. And this one we'll name red. I like that the Sunken Citadels actually fix our mana for hasting and double strike. It's kind of cool. All right, opponent. I've already effectively timed out once this match. Not this match, this league. So this time it won't be our fault, hopefully. Dude, this is my least favorite part about Colossus, is clicking all the freaking triggers, man. I hate this. Oh, and I stacked the Saga wrong, too, because I wasn't thinking. Fine, fine, fine. We'll deal. We have all 4 Talario Wests in play. That's unique. We do play a couple of those cards, you know. As cool as Sunken Citadel has been, so far I haven't... It's not seemed super impressive to me just yet. Doing the song and dance of tap, untap, untap, tap, untap, untap. Oh, this should be floating for land sources, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's a rainbow land for our combo turns. It's sort of like Gemstone Mine in that sense. No Saga value. Love it. Okay, so we'll float with Seiju, pick it up. Float with Civic Growth Chamber, pick it up. Float with the Sunken Citadel on white and pick it up, I guess. Play Amulet, play Titan. And we'll just way overkill our opponent. So this will go with, I guess, Castle Garenbrig and Urza Saga, and stack our triggers correctly this time. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Just pack for a Titan, haste all 3, double strike all 3, and then kill them. What a striking contrast. Okay, we got to get... Where's Slayers? Oh no, we freaking discarded Slayer's Stronghold to... The Burning Inquiry? Of course. Of freaking course. Okay, well, we'll just get Saga and still Sunhome, I guess. Surely they're still dead, right? And, yeah, we're not doing anything else, so... I guess we could play Grazer for value, and by value I mean blocking. Put in Citadel, naming green. Alright, your go. We would have killed them instantaneously if it weren't for the fact that our Slayer Stronghold is discarded. But it's alright. We didn't even need it. We're fine. Fine. Alright. Okay, so we're playing against this deck. Dismember for Hollow One and for Flame Blade deck saves us a lot of life. One Ring seems good to refill our hand after they make us discard a bunch and also give us protection for turn, so I don't mind it. O-Stone could be good if they have like Blood Moon effects, but I don't know for sure. I don't expect any reanimation shenanigans, so I'm not really concerned about Endurance and Bog, so I guess we're just going with O-Stone and Rings and Dismembers. And then as for what we cut, I feel like cutting one Summoner's Pact is fine. Don't know that we can rely on map realistically, but see, Cavern's awful. Oh, these cards are tiny, aren't they? Okay, well that's a little too big now. Man, we could cut Azusa's maybe? Spelunking's way better than Azusa in this matchup. Maybe we could afford to trim a Grazer, maybe not. Cultivator seems okay. Not fantastic. I don't know that I like trimming Cultivator if we're trimming on Pact for Blood Moon purposes already, so I think Sunken Citadel and Castle Garenbrook are going to be fantastic in this matchup. They don't rely on anything. As long as they sit and play, they ramp us. So that's great. I guess we can trim one. No, Telarios is really good against, you know, if they just randomly make us lose our whole hand. Maybe we should be trimming Urza Sagas against Alpine Moons and Blood Moons. Cut two Sagas and map. I kind of like Saga against them in general, but who's to say? Maybe we'd only go with 2 Dismembers. I don't hate that. It's also a good number to cover Mages of the Moon, potentially. This hand looks fantastic. Can't complain. Turn 1 Shocked Blood Crypt, Burning Inquiry, and still looks fine. They discarded our Slayer Stronghold again? How rude. How rude. And turn 1 Hollow One, huh? Dismember, come back, I need you. Right, we'll just slam Arboreal Grazer here. Put TOS into play. Next turn we could pack for Azusa to get 1 ring into play if we wanted to. Plays really poorly into Blood Moon, but I'm kind of about it. Maybe I shouldn't be. Grazer gaining us 4. Spelunking. Not Spelunking. Well, now if we go Amulet, Bounce, pick up Telarios, Azusa, land, we can't, like, if we want to play around Blood Moon, we have to play Forest, then we don't get the 1 ring into play. Alternatively, we play land, Amulet, the next turn we either play the 1 ring with Titan the following turn, or draw a ramp spell and just go Titan on turn 4, so I think I'm more inclined to take it slow and steady this turn, so we'll do this. Could maybe have intentionally played a bounce land there, just so we have 1 extra card in hand for Burning Inquiry. Doesn't seem too bad. Well, how do they leave us with this hand? They hit both of our bounce lands. Ugh. These random discards have been torturous. Although, honestly, even after the first inquiry, our hand was still fine. And if we top deck a land and slam the 1 ring, we'll probably still be fine. Spelunking not looking great now. What is this? 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on a target attacking creature, it gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. Okay, well, it's interesting. Azusa is not doing much. And I guess we're playing Spelunking here? I mean, Azusa also chump blocks, but 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just playing Spelunking. Would be cool if we got bounce land here. No bounce land. Dang it, we're getting destroyed by the Burning Inquiry. The second Burning Inquiry, not the first. The second one specifically. Although the first got rid of our Dismember, and this Hollow One's been a huge chunk of the clock. So, and Magus. Wow. Okay, we're still not out. Land and we slam the 1 ring, and then we get some chump blockers in play and maybe get to a Titan. So they do play Magus. Definitely bringing in the 3rd Dismember. Vengevine. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that. Ugh, we still miss on the land, huh? Alright, we'll scoop it up, I guess. You win. Okay, so definitely playing Magus and Blood Moon type effects. I don't know. On the play, though, I kind of don't mind Saga, regardless of the fact that a Magus would just kill it, because, like, double Amulet seems like a really strong way to beat them. So I'm going to bring back in the Sagas. I'm not super sold on Sunken Citadel here. I still think that Cultivator is worse than Summoner's Pact, even though we're facing down Moon. And 3rd Dismember we definitely want over a Spelunking. Actually, no, Spelunking is just good against them in general. Maybe O-Stone's not great. Run it this way. On the play. This hand is lacking something. We also get to go turn 1 Citadel on green, turn 2 Grazer 2 land and plus play Saga, and then turn 3 we can start activating Saga. It's not great against like Moon plans. This hand's not awful, but it's not great. I think we keep it and maybe even just go turn 1 Saga. That's rough. I mean, if we're mulling, I guess we're trying to find a turn 1 Amulet hand and not get Burning Inquiry out of the game and playing worse into Thoughtseize, but I don't think it's like that bad. This hand's pretty medium. I'm just gonna mulligan. This hand's not great. Alright, we're going 5. Alright, this hand is serviceable. We just need a top deck bounce land. Do we bottom the Citadel here? We can go turn 1 Citadel, turn 2 Saga Amulet, and then have Saga activations for 2 turns if we miss on the bounce land, which I don't hate. Or we go Saga Amulet, and then we can start activating Saga turn 2 thanks to the Citadel. Oh yeah, we're definitely keeping this. I think we just bottom TOS and have Faithful draw a bounce land or a castle, I guess. Dude, we get turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Sunken Citadel activating Saga. Seems pretty decent. Oh, we could transmute for bounce in turn 2. I didn't think about that. Bottoming the Forest and keeping the T-West would have been better for that. Oh well. We'll spike the bounce land like a boss. Spelunking. Interesting. Well, we'll name... Do we still name blue here then? I think we named blue, so we could top deck one of the other 3 Telarios. We'll pass to them. Dude, that line was great. The turn 2 transmute for bounce land. Interesting. Okay. The looting attacker again. 1-2 minutes, so we can't block it anyway, so we'll just go to instep. We need to draw bounce land. All on the map is still in the sideboard, by the way, so we can't map for our bounce land, unfortunately. Although we are going to get 2 saga tokens, so not all is lost. I like this though. Activating Saga with Sunken Citadel. Maybe this is just secretly very good. Hey, we found the bounce land. So what you're saying is we win. That's what you're saying here, is that we win. I actually think we don't want to play the Spelunking here. I told you we would just spike it off the top. You gotta have faith, you know. And we just leave bounce land in play here. Titan. So we can do 16 plus the 3 from the construct. So unless they have something really, really wild, they're just dead. We still have Sunhome Vesuva in deck, so this construct token that we were able to get incidental value off because we had Sunken Citadel is winning the game for us, by the way. Just by the way, just so you know. I'll read that in a second. You said something about teetering peaks, and that has gotten my curiosity, but I am doing something very important right now. Oh, we could have actually gotten Sunken Citadel here to activate Sunhome and kept both lands in play. Have to keep that one in mind, and for the future, win the match. Whew, okay. We're coming back. We're coming back. Match 3. Okay, if you play Spelunking, you don't kill with double Amulet unless you have Teetering Peaks. That is true if you have a Spelunking in play, but if you just don't play it from hand. Dude, I am actually a pretty big fan of Teetering Peaks. I wonder if you could build a list with Through the Breach and Teetering Peaks and Spelunking and like have it justified that way because you want the Teetering Peaks anyway. Although I'm not a big fan of Through the Breach in general, but it sounds kind of fun. You brew up a list and I'll at least test it, maybe record a league with it. Yeah, Breach to me is just another dead card to draw, so I'm not super fond of it on the draw. I mean, regardless of the technical issues I've had in this league, I'm actually still really enjoying it, and I like the type of gameplay that Spelunking and Citadel push us towards. I've always liked the more kind of combo-focused aspects. Interesting. So we can transmute for a bounce land, and then any Titan we draw is just killing them. We definitely keep this. The sequencing is what's interesting. I guess, I don't know how to sequence this, because we kind of want the bounce land in hand here. Also, Slippery Bogle, however you want to say it. Slippery Bogle, huh? Untap land ain't bad here, and a Beseiju at that. So now we go turn on Grazer, put in a T-West for sure, and then next turn we can decide, I guess we just go Spelunking. Next turn we go Spelunking, and then the turn after we can start doing some crazy things. We go Beseiju, Spelunking, put in T-West. Next turn we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 with Azusa. Spelunking looking really good as Amulets 5 through 8 here. Light Pause. That one's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Titan. Okay, I'll take that. So we go Beseiju, Spelunken. Let's go Searching. Hey, Bounce Land's not bad. Well, now we can put in Bounce Land, hold up Beseiju, and then still have Bounce Land for our Titan turn next turn. So I do not mind that one. Let's have that one enter untap, please. Literally Explore plus Amulet of Vigor. This card is great. This card is just good. Right? Just Spelunking plus lands is good enough. It just does it. It just gets there. I do kind of wish we were playing Dryad because it would be a little easier to kill them, but I guess we can Azusa into Colossus and draw at least 3 cards. The Audacity. Plus 2/+0 trample, and when Audacity dies, draw a card. Okay, got a First Strike, Ethereal Armor, enchantment going on here. I'm going to go ahead and take the block because sometimes they play the enchantment that gives protection from creatures. What is it called? Spirit Mantle, I think? Could be wrong on that. Do we just go ahead and Beseiju on instep anyways? Kind of don't hate it, especially if they're tapping out here. Oh, they Beseiju'd my Spelunking, so it explored twice, is what you're saying. You're saying that I got 2 extra land plays out of this, and drew a card. Okay, well, now if we Beseiju, we don't have the Titan. We can just pack for Titan and cast it, and just hope we're not dead. Or we could play Azusa, Bounce Land, Forest, and hold up Beseiju. Weird. Or we Beseiju now. I think, well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any untapped land lets us untap and Titan if we Beseiju now. Weird. I mean, honestly, if we Beseiju, am I supposed to just hit the trample enchantment? Because I feel like that's the easiest way we die, unless we get mantled and can't block. This is really weird. If we Beseiju now, we can't Titan. If we Titan, we might have to chump block. We can also... This is really weird. I have no concept of what is best here. I kind of want to just slam Titan and say, if you can kill me, you can kill me. At worst, we just end up chump blocking and maybe going for Colossus. I mean, we hit armor, and they have another one drop. We just play Azusa. They suit up with another ethereal armor here, and we're in the same boat next turn. I feel like just untapping and slamming Titan is better than committing something here. 4, 5, 6. Hey, we would have hit the untap land. Definitely playing the Saga now anyways. Full pact. Get Titan. Slam it. Now, we could get... We're going to have to pay 4 for the pact. So let's say we tap these 4 lands. We can Boseiju... We could double Boseiju. So we could get, like, Boseiju Bounce Land here. Or we could get Sunken Citadel. Nah, Boseiju Bounce Land is probably better than Sunken Citadel. We could also just ignore what they're doing, get Garrison Sunhome, or let's see, Sunhome plus Boros. We tap 4, and then we can double strike our Titan. This 12 is not even lethal. It's probably just Boseiju and maybe still Garrison. We can't Boseiju twice if we do that. So no, probably Boseiju Selesnya. And we go from here. Even if we have to chump block this, I don't really care, because we get to untap with double Boseiju, and then we're going to have a big turn with Amulet, so... And they just draw with Canopy, huh? Okay. Because they have to kill us either now or through double Boseiju, and then the turn after, we can just get Amulet, have 5, 6, 7, just go for Colossus, and have 4 lands in hand, and then we probably just win from there. So, plus we can make a chump blocker. I think playing Titan was definitely, at least in hindsight, it looks correct. So if we Azusa here, we can go bounce land, pick up the tap forest, play forest, and still have double Boseiju up thanks to legendary. So I think we go for that. Play Simic over Selesnya here. Azusa. I guess this plays poorly into Path, but look how much I care. Do we even play the bounce land here? Could play T-West. I think playing T-West ain't bad. We would have to use our last bounce land to pick up T-West and transmute, but that's fine. Do we even attack with Titan? I feel like we don't have to. They double block. We take care of one of their creatures. I mean, we have the Boseijus here. With Azusa as a chump blocker and double Boseiju, I don't really think that much can go wrong, so I'm just going to swing, to be honest. They could have a flash enchantment, but I don't really care. Let's just set up a bunch more lands in hand for a Colossus turn. And we have 1 bounce in hand, so that's going to be good enough. Let's just pick up both Talarias. Don't want to auto yield because they could path our Azusa here. Here we go. Have sneaky double Boseiju up, even though it looks like we only have 1. Spider Umbra, sure. +1/+1 reach, and then Totem Armor. I thought they changed the name of this from Totem Armor to something else in a recent thing. Because we can Boseiju something that they like get to give their Light Paws flying or unblockable of some sort, and then Boseiju Ethereal Armor and probably still be fine. I mean, we're at 17 here, so... Sentinel's Eyes, +1/+1 Vigilance. Okay. Maybe picking up Bounce Land instead of second T-West would have been better just for having more mana for our Colossus, but I don't know why they chose to get the Vigilance one. They're drawing with Canopy again. I feel like anything that would have given them evasion would be better than Vigilance here, but that's fine. Now we can pretty much just spew off these Boseijus however we want, so... I guess. Do we even block? I don't think so. Let's just Boseiju the Ethereal Armor now. I think that's all we care about. We can just take 4. That doesn't bother me. Alright, yeah, we'll just untap. Feeling like I'm in a commanding position here. Got to say, Grazer is welcome. Get an Amulet here. Some land drops. We don't want to make too many land drops. Probably even playing a land drop here was not great. Let's see, we'll transmute, get our Colossus, and go from there. Get Summoner's Pact, hack for Colossus. Good enough for me. Alright, so we have Force of Vigor for this matchup, which looks good. Light Paws itself can be dismembered, as well as, I don't know if they still play the core one. There was a 2-mana core that Boggles used to play, but I don't remember. I want to say Core Firewalker, but I know that's not the right one. That's the anti-burn core. There's another core, Spirit Dancer? Core Spirit Dancer, that Dismember also hits. It's weird to bring in Dismember against Boggles, but sometimes it's not bad. Ozone looked great. One Ring is probably really hard for them to beat. We might need Cultivator to go over the top of what they've got going on as well, so don't mind that. We'll trim our Caverns. Sunken Citadel seems fine-ish. It's really a shame that we're playing 4 TOS, and I didn't think to even put a single Explosives in the deck. That is egregious on my behalf. That is so horrendous. We can map for, like, Boseiju or something. I never liked to cut map, to be honest, so don't think I'm about to do that here. Honestly, we could trim a T-West or 2. We don't really need to chain Titans too much in this matchup, and we don't have anything relevant to T-West 4. So trimming T-West doesn't seem too bad. How do we still have to cut 4 cards? I guess we'll just be fine with 1 Colossus. We can... Grazer's really good. Trim some Citadels, I guess, if we're going not as hard on T-West. I mean, Citadel doesn't seem bad, but it doesn't seem great either. 30 lands is low. Splunking seems fantastic. Thank you for the follow. Honestly... I kind of just want to submit 61 at this point because I don't know what else to cut. I don't know what else to cut. Do we need Colossus? I feel like going over the top of what they've got with Colossus is going to be semi-important. We could even trim an Amulet, but I'm just trimming a 3rd Citadel. I don't like it, but I just don't see what else we can cut, and we need all the other cards, so... We got Force and Spelunking. You know I'm snapping this one off. Turn 1 Bogle. Yes, I had to say it like that. Why do you even question it? Do we even... put the turf into play here? I feel like we have to be honest. We can play a little bit of a star game with this force backup, so just play turn 2 Spelunking, play it nice and calm. Maybe even just hard cast force instead of pitching it. We shall see. All that glitchers. Another +1 for all enchantments. Oh, artifacts and enchantments, my bad. Ooh, Urza Saga. I don't mind if I do. One Spelunking. Bounce land and we're in business here. One Ring is fantastic too. Alright, we'll pass it back with Force Protection. No attacks from the Grazer. Couldn't be feeling peachier here. Okay, no, that's a lie. If I had Bounce Land, then I could be feeling peachier. But we'll draw it next turn, so don't worry. Ethereal Armor. You got it. Rankle. You also got that. Do we even force? Kind of feel like we don't. I'll just take 9. We can slam the ring and maybe hard cast force, depending on what happens. Summoner's Pact is a great thing to pitch to force. Here is one ring. I was going to say one copy of the One Ring, but it's actually just here's a 1 ring. We can go land Grazer and untap land lets us... Oh, actually, any land lets us Titan or Colossus. We probably are pitching Pact to the Force here. Honestly, I think I'm just in the business of playing out Beseiju. Probably not Grazer, though. Beseiju. Who needs it? Even if they had some way to get through our ring protection here, like, it wouldn't matter. Spirit Mantle. I told you they play this card. I freaking told you. They have it. I wasn't kidding. Are we supposed to force here so we can attack with Titan? Hit Spirit Mantle and like all that glitters or something? I don't hate that. I'm just gonna do it. We'll find a land, I'm sure. We'll pitch, honestly, just, we might need the mana from Grazer. We'll pitch Pact. We have pretty much everything we need. 5/3, pitiful, slippery bogle. Get out of my sight. Bounce land, Garenbrig. We'll take that. Let's draw with the 1 ring in response to this. All right, we are set to go here. Get an Amulet. Although I guess we already had Spelunking, so we didn't really need Amulet per se, but so now we play Castle, we activate, play Colossus. No, we play Garrison. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can put Bounce Land Garenbrig. Any land lets us any Bounce Land lets us Titan. Any 2 land. Or we could even Grazer. So any single land with the Grazer in hand lets us get to Titan as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8. Colossus 1 floating. Any land lets us Titan. I think I'm willing to take those odds, to be honest. We'll just have it enter untapped so we don't have to deal with the Amulet trigger. And we'll pick up, we have the triple green, so we'll pick up the Gruul Turf, and we'll just play Colossus right now. Any land, any single land, we'll have it enter untapped. There we go, that's our land, and force, I'll take it. We only hit 1 land, but 1 land was enough. So now we Grazer in Gruul Turf, and we get to play Titan. It's kind of nice that there's no window for them to respond to anything if we just put our land into play untapped. There's no, like, Amulet triggers that we have to worry about. Okay, so we get Bounce Land Beseiju, perhaps? After attacking, of course. We get Vesuva Slayers. Vesuva this, and then we attack. I guess we'll just have it enter untapped, I don't know. And just pick up, I guess, Vesuva. Yeah, this seems really hard for us to lose, so I guess we could even get double Bounce Land just to hold up Force. Or play Ring. Actually, playing Ring seems really good here. We'll play Ring. Can't lose. Your go. That was a pretty good turn. That was an above average turn. Actually, maybe that was just an average turn. Daybreak Cornet. You got it. We don't even have to block here because we have protection. So unless there's something that I'm missing. Let's see. We have a pack to pay for. Do we just pitch for force here? I think I don't mind it. Hit Ethereal Daybreak. Yep, sounds about right. Okay, moving on to match 4 here. I like the direction that we're going in after that disastrous, horrible experience of round 1 with all the lag and everything. How do I feel about the cards so far? Spelunking's fantastic. Spelunking, I couldn't possibly expect to be better. Sunken Citadel has been solid, very good. I don't know if it's better than what we already have going on, but it felt fine. Like, it felt on par with the power level of cards we're looking for, but maybe it's a little clunky, I don't know. Titan, double bounce land, cast Ring, Cultivator next turn with 4 lands. We were always going to hit it with the Cultivator. It wasn't just any land off the top. We could also hit a Pact or a Zusa or a... another Amulet would probably do it. Another Grazer. Like, there's a lot of stuff there that worked. Hold on. What did our opponent reveal? Kahira. Ooh, Kahira's a weird one. Like, we go Forest Amulet, Sunken Citadel, Castle, turn 4 them with the Titan here, but then they could have, like, counterspells. I mean, we're not doing super great against a control deck no matter what. I think we're just gonna keep. We'll just draw Urza Saga, hopefully. Oh, hey! Hello, Cavern of Souls. Nice to see you here. Always a pleasure. Now, are we playing Amulet into a possible prismatic ending? I don't really see a reason to do so. Just name... I have plenty of green, so I'm gonna name blue here for Transmuting Tolaria West if we draw it. I feel like we were overwhelmingly likely to get there with the Colossus, so I made it seem more risky than it actually was, but I mean, going for Titan into Ring would have been fine too. There's nothing we really could have done to lose there, to be honest, with the Force backup, so turn 2 Rin, huh? It's not one that you see that super commonly these days. So I guess we can go Amulet Castle, and then next turn just Titan. Alright, turn 1 Citadel into turn 3 Titan. Not too bad. And we didn't even play the Amulet on 1, we didn't have to. This is a nice little line. Opponent playing Ren and 6 makes me more likely to think they're on Elementals as opposed to a counterspell control deck. Binding the Amulet, sure. This is my nemesis, by the way. I never can seem to beat this freaking deck. 4-color, so see how it goes. I guess we just play, like, Castle. I don't think it matters. Oh, we can transmute our T-West thanks to the Sunken Citadel, which we probably should do. We could transmute for Saga and play it, and then it just gets bounced by Teferi, which they could have. Huh. We can play Titan 2 turns from now if we just, like, hang tight. So I think I'm playing Garenbrig and transmuting T-West for, I guess, Summoner's Pact. We've been using Citadel all day. Like, it's actually just been very, very noticeable. Like, there's not been a single match where we've had Citadel and I, like, didn't get extra mana out of it. Misty Rainforest returned. Let me format this a little nicer. Or you could just jump that way, that's fine too. Kahira does what Kahira likes. So now we can slam Titan, set up double bounce land, and go for, like, a pact for Colossus, I guess is the line. I mean, we don't even have to do that necessarily, but, I mean, no time like the present, am I right? Again, we got 2 extra mana so far out of Citadel just alone. This is a turn 4 Titan with only 4 lands in play and no ramp. Like, this is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's set up... Man, what do we even... We could just get double Saga here. It's really not the craziest. I don't mind it. Maybe at least 1 Saga is fine. Saga bounce land, perhaps. Pick up Forest. And we can play another Titan and still activate Saga, I'm pretty sure. Let's go ahead and get our... Oh, we have Garrison in hand. Let's get a Gruul Turf, I guess. We can eventually, down the line, get a Colossus into play, but we don't have to rush that. Although, rushing it is better against a potential Elesh Norn. See if they have a Solitude here. Also, setting up Saga will eventually get us to a double Amulet turn. Maybe just getting double Saga for that reason, just setting up double Amulet in a couple turns is better, so we can just go absolutely crazy with Cultivator Colossus. We can always do that with our second Titan, though, so 1 ring. It's okay, we weren't planning on killing you this upcoming turn anyways, although I guess they don't technically know that. They might get to ult Ren 6 here. Currently, that's not super scary to me, but Solitude, The classic Solitude main phase, so I don't have to discard a card. Not surprised. Oh, Spelunking ain't bad. I wonder if that means we can just do stuff now. Let's play Spelunking. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate Colossus. Spelunking just lets us Colossus here right now. Right? We play Spelunking. That's 2, 3, 4. Activate Garenbrig. Leave 1 floating. Colossus. Just put a bunch of stuff into play. Oh, plus we get the extra land from Spelunking, which I forgot. We're just actually just doing it now. Well, Spelunking does look good here. Alright, let's put our Sanctuary into play. Untapped, thank you very much. And we'll just pick up the Gruul Turf, I guess. Is it possible to go Titan into Colossus here? We play Titan right now, leaving 1 up, get double bounce land, activate Garenbrig, play land for turn. We can play Titan into Colossus, so that's what I'm going to do. Untapped. Assuming they don't, like, Subtlety. Oh, wait, I need an extra green, so let's do this. Okay, pick up bounce land. Leave some green floating to be very kind to our Cultivator Colossus mana requirements. They're fetching. Okay. Oh, they have another binding. Yeesh. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. I mean, we're still going to Colossus next turn, so it's fine, I guess. Oh, we can set up Boseiju here. I guess we're getting Boseiju then. And we can just do the Amulet thing again next turn. We can do double Amulet things next turn with Colossus. Do we even play the Grazer? I don't think so. They get to ult Ren 6 here, I guess. Once I learned that the key to this matchup is going off with double Amulet, things became quite a bit easier for me, so... Especially if they don't have Teferi to instant speed a Prismatic Ending here. I guess they could Boseiju Saga. Don't you dare cast frickin' Elesh Norn. You don't do that. Oh, Omnath is okay-ish. Oh, we can't kill them with Valakut triggers even if we just do everything immediately. Which is kind of sad. Let's see, we get Amulet, we didn't even pack, so... 4, 6. I mean, we can afford to go for the Boseiju immediately. Should be fine. Another Beanstalk. Should be fine. Surely there's going to be a way for us to haste a bunch of creatures here, right? This would be a lot easier with Dryad. Bolt plus Fury. Classic 3 for 1. Okay. We probably don't even... Do we Boseiju the ley line here, or just go for double Amulet? Probably just double Amulet, right? Another Summoner's Pact, huh? Okay, we'll float here. Get Amulet. We'll make... Oh, we can't make green here. That's fine. We'll Boseiju using one of the blue then. Hit the ley line here. There's no reason to wait, because we can just play land and get twice the mana, so if they're gonna binding, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't really stop us here. We're gonna go probably Titan into Colossus if we have the mana, unless they have the 4th leyline binding for the Amulet here, which I guess they could. So we go Titan, leave 2 floating, get double bounce land, play land for turn. 6, 8, should be good. play land now to guarantee that we have all the mana we need. We'll just yield to this. Just pick up Selesnya, I guess? I mean, maybe we shouldn't be doing this at all, considering we don't have a second amulet, but hopefully it'll just all work out. They have the 4th binding? You're kidding me. Okay. That's really sad. Well, I don't know what to do now. We do have one more Boseiju. We could just get double Saga. We still have 2 amulets left, so we could just go for it in like 2 turns and just hope we're not dead by then. They still have to deal with a Titan, so I guess just double Saga. And we play Grazer here. We put in... I guess we want a bounce land, so we can have extra lands in hand for our Colossus turn eventually. Pick up a castle, I guess. It's no secret that I don't particularly care for this matchup. Although, we do have Force of Vigor for all of this nonsense. I don't even know, is Force of Vigor good against them? Like, I feel like hitting Beanstalk plus a binding, or double Beanstalk, or double binding is good enough to have Force in the deck, but could be wrong. Teferi to bounce a Saga. Is there any chance they deck from the, up the Beanstalk? I guess they could probably have Endurance to reshuffle. Oh, they bounced a Beanstalk. Interesting. Okay. Bolt Fury takes care of the Titan. We'll take our free chump block here. Or not. I guess we don't have to. Bolt Grazer for +1 damage. You gotta respect the hustle. We could probably afford to wait one more turn to get the double annuals into play, huh? They didn't even bounce a Saga, which is kind of wild to me. I guess they could have a second Teferi. Or they could be planning on going for a bunch of bolts. Like just discarding lands, going bolt, bolt. Effectively, right now, we're at 16 life. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 red lands. They can do another 12, potentially. So we might be dead this upcoming turn. I guess we have blockers for the Omnath, though, so we're not exactly dead. Are we even supposed to play lands here? Probably not, right? We have enough to activate our Sagas, and that has got me happy enough, so... Guess we could play Cavern to ensure that our Colossus resolves. If they have Counterspell, which we don't know for sure they do or don't. They're playing Wrenn and 6, so they probably don't, but... I think I'm not playing around it. I think the downside of having one less card to try to kill them with this upcoming turn is severe enough. Here's some bolts. Flurry of bolts, as expected. I guess they could play like a ring this turn, and that would be kind of annoying. Down to 15 cards in deck. Not that I think that they'll actually deck, but we can always find out. Curious to see what they're casting now. Alright, well, I know that I'm otherwise dead to their bolts, so let's make a blocker here. If they'll let me just go ahead and block, I will. Alright, let's make our other Saga token. And see if we can get them with Colossus this turn. That's our plan. It's as good as it's going to get. Do we even make the constructs? Probably. Assuming we have enough mana. Azusa probably ensures that we have enough mana. I think we at least make 1 construct. Probably 2. I guess they could have Dress Down. That would be really bad. We can't beat Dress Down here, though. Get Amulet. Honestly, I think I'm doing this also. Make another construct. I don't see why not. Oh, that's right. They have Prismatic Endings here as well. That's fine. We'll still get at least 1 untap. Probably should have pacted before searching there, so they could never have a chance to respond to us playing land and casting Culture. They would still just Prismatic the Amulet in response, but right, well, let's play this. See what all they have remaining. They have another Prismatic Ending. Solitude. Okay, that's fine. They're doing this like an F6. I don't know what this is. And they have the Prismatic Ending also. I mean, we still have to Colossus here, I think. Guess we just pick up the Selesnya. We don't even have any more amulets that we can draw here. I don't really know what our end goal is, but name Giant. Boseiju ain't bad. Name, I guess, Blue for this. We have 21 cards in deck. And this one will name Blue also, I suppose. We can afford to put Boseiju into play for once. Okay. Well, we have a fully stocked hand here. And we can play our Grazer out here, so we will do that. So we'll pick up TUS, Boseiju, Bounce Land, probably just a Sanctuary, and then, I don't know what else. I guess just a Forest, so we can discard it, or put it into play with Grazer, rather. Okay, well, we'll see if this is enough to beat them. We have a 2020 Cultivator Colossus. That's pretty cool, I guess. Might as well attack Teferi. I think there's not much that can go wrong with that. Either we trade or get Teferi off the field. Seems fine to me. They trade, okay. Or they kill one of our constructs, maybe? No, we just trade, that's fine. We'll pitch... I guess Map gets us the other... No, we don't have another Boseiju. Map gets us a Tolaria West. We don't need an extra Azusa, I guess. We do have a Cultivator Colossus they have to kill. I guess they could play another Rin, sure. How do they deal with Cultivator Colossus when they have no leyline bindings? I guess Solitude, if they have another one. They've used 2 Solitudes so far, so they probably have another one, unless they exile the Solitude. They did not. Solitude puts us back up to 43, though. This is crazy. This is actually wild. I see. We'll take our Trump here. We can get 2 Titans into play and attack with both, probably. Maybe not with the colors. I probably had to name white or red with one of these effects. We didn't find a Spelunking either. Although we can just get back an Amulet, so. Okay, well, let's pay, I guess, with Growth Chambers. They could just deck. They're at 12 cards. I feel like we'll probably lose before they deck, though. They're being pretty careful about it, it seems. Draw a Cavern. Sure. Okay. So I guess we Beseiju the Leyline on Spelunking. This is on Giant. They don't have counter spells, though. So we Beseiju the Binding on Spelunking, so we get to draw a card. And then we immediately play... I mean, we already have enough white to be able to double haste, but I guess we don't play any land, now I think about it. We don't play any land. Oh, I guess we get to put one into play from the Spelunking, but we don't play land for turn because we need to be able to replay Slayers. We're gonna go Titan, haste it, pick up Slayer Stronghold from a bounce land, then play Slayers for turn. Okay, we'll just go ahead and put the Sanctuary into play untapped for now, and pick up, I guess, one of these Citadels, and then we go activate here. We need green. We play Titan. Actually, I guess we packed first to see what's up. We don't have another Titan to attack with? That's a little awkward. Interesting. That changes things, I guess. Do we even take the Grazer? I guess we do, because it gives us another turn against the dudes. Well, that's really awkward. Interesting. Okay. I guess we'll force them to Solitude again. I think we're losing this one, to be honest. We get 2 more Sagas. No, we don't have any more Sagas. We get Vesuva Copy Saga, I guess. They're drawing with the One Ring. Okay, well, now they might die. Do we even attack them? I kind of think we maybe just attack Teferi. I don't know. Vesuva Copy Saga seems great. Guess getting T-West so we can find a bounce land on, like, the attack or something. I mean, T-West doesn't do anything here anyways. Honestly, I think we just keep the cards in library. And just get Vesuva Copy Saga and nothing else. I guess we could get bounce land to pick up the Saga that's in play. That wouldn't be the worst. All right, let's haste. It just went through. That's cool. All right, well, I guess we just attack. Didn't know for sure that we'd even get this far. Do we ignore Teferi at this point? I think bouncing the Sagas is annoying enough. I think we just attack Teferi. Nothing really to search for here. I guess we get bounce land, bounce land. We activate Saga here for max value. Oh, that's not the Saga I want to activate. We pick up the Saga and then, I guess, a bounce land. I have the Solitude, of course. Let us get through the attack, the search and the attack. Okay. Okay. Play Saga. Play... Oh, wait. Play Grazer, and then play another Grazer for our chump blocking duties. I feel like they can probably win here, even with me at 51 life. Let's not put anything into play, just play Grazer, play Map, and pass back. They could maybe deck, I don't know. Beseiju a Saga, sure. We'll just not search. Oh, that's right, they have never-ending lightning bolts. I feel like maybe we would have been in this game if I had just gotten Double Saga on my first Titan ETB or whatever, when I was debating between Double Saga and Saga plus Bounce Land. If I just committed to Double Saga then, I think we would have been maybe fine. Another ring to prevent the life loss, so they're not going to lose just to the life loss. 5 turns might be enough for them to kill us. Kind of wish we had a Bog about now. I don't think there's anything to even map for, so we're just going to not. We can haste a Grazer to trade with the Solitude, which I am interested in. We're out of threats. Luckily, we have another Cultivator to bring in for game 2. Gosh, the games against this deck take so freaking long. Alright, I'm gonna see if we have another pack to transmute for. Oh, it doesn't separate these by color. Interesting. So we do have a pack. We don't have any creatures anyways, so we'll just call it a day. Play Azusa. Don't even think we haste Azusa here, so we'll just pass, I guess. We can haste and double strike Azusa to trade with Omnath for whatever that's worth. I guess we can haste and double strike Grazer to trade with Omnath if we want to. Kahira. Yield until here. I guess we don't want to yield because they can Beseiju Slayers or Sunhome. Here comes the Beseiju. Pretty solidly have lost this one. With 4 cards in our opponent's library. Can you believe it? So 5, 9, 10, 11, 12 over the course of 4 more turns is 48 exactly. And we don't have another creature we can draw, so it's actually just literally lethal. That sucks. Maybe I should have taken the opportunity to get their clock down a little bit, but I just don't. I'm not in the business of wasting time, so Dismembers for Omnath seem like, Take Bog, I guess. Don't care for Cavern. Grazer's not that great, to be honest. Although it lets us turn to Spelunking or Azusa. Trim a Grazer, I think. Citadel seems meh. Seems fine. I'm gonna trim, though, because we don't need, like, a lot of mana advantage going late. Lots of TOS seems good. Maybe 3 forces is too much. Maybe it's not, though, to be honest. Don't want to trim Amulets. Trim Garen Briggs for sure in a long grindy game. Honestly, I'm just going to keep 2 Garen Briggs and hit submit. I don't think our deck being 64 cards even matters. Mistaken, are you watching this one? This is how it always goes for me against 4-color. Although this match looked a little bit better because I have more of a semblance of an idea of what it is that we're supposed to be aiming for here. I guess we'll keep this. We really need to find lands, but we'll try it. Alright, we'll do this and then go turn 3 Spelunking. Spelunking seems great in this matchup. Like, A-list, like, top tier great. And we probably don't commit the Amulet. We probably don't play Amulet because they could have force of their own, so we'll just chill. Maybe we should have put the bounce land in play there. It's whatever. Because if we drew a bounce land, we would be able to Titan this upcoming turn, but it's fine. Force. Interesting that we would draw that one. Do we play this? I'm going to play Spelunking. Try to find a land. Nah, it's whatever. I'll just commit the land here. Name, I guess, Blue now. Just commit all of these, I guess. Actually, is it even right to play Amulet? Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A tap land would let us get to Titan if we play Amulet, so if they had force. I feel like just playing the Amulet out is fine. Could also consider Endurance to just pressure Written 6. Bounce land lets us... I was going to say lets us Colossus, but we don't really want to do that just yet, so I guess we're fine. See if this force does anything. Omnath? Oh, they have force. Okay, so I played around force by playing out the extra Amulet there, so any land is good here. Play the Titan. I think we just get second Saga to set up a double Amulet turn and a bounce land. So we'll go with, I guess, Simic and Saga. Oh, we could have hasted. I'm so stupid. I didn't even think about going for the haste. That would have been way better. I'm not used to playing with Spelunking yet. I keep... It's weird, because sometimes I think of it as an Explorer, and sometimes I think of it as an Amulet, but I rarely think of it as both. Definitely hasting and forcing the Solitude. I mean, that probably would have been better. I don't know. It's not clear, because we have a Summoner's Pact backup, so... 1 ring. Sure. It's fine. So I guess we're not going for Colossus now, since it won't do anything. They force us. That's not great. Double force, huh? Maybe we can still beat that. I don't know. Alright, let's just go to combat. We'll swing at Ren and force them to choose between saving Ren or losing Omnath. Do we even want to Bajuka Bog them? Thinking probably not. Just get double bounce land. I think double bounce land is fine. Then... I don't even know what lands we want to pick up here, to be honest. Probably just one of the bounce lands, and then the Citadel, I guess? And we'll, I guess, leave up our force. See if they want to trade here. Alright. We'll play Citadel again, I guess. And they just let the ring go, which we're happy to see. 650. Gotta play a little faster. I also don't know how to make the right decisions in this matchup, because I still have not been playing it correctly. Just Hardcast Fury, okay. Opponent's going for the win, huh? Alright, well, let's just Endurance them, I guess. We could Endurance ourselves just to put the Amulet and Saga back in. Honestly, I don't hate that. Alright, we get to go for a Colossus turn. They probably have Binding here, I guess. Binding plus Solitude for the Titan is fine. Or not. Oh, probably going for a Titan into Colossus would have been better, but I'm just trying to play quick here. Okay. Pack for Titan. Play Titan. We can Grazer and get another Colossus into play if we want to. Doesn't seem too bad. We'll have 2 packs to pay for, but I don't think I care too much about it. Let's just go for a super big turn. I don't know if it makes any sense, but... Oh wait, this is on blue. Crap. There's not enough... Whatever. There's not enough green mana to go for Colossus here, so... I guess we're just going for another Titan? Probably not. Let's just 1 ring, I guess. Pass back. Garrison, and I guess a Seiju. Should have attacked here. Ugh, I'm just trying to play as fast as possible, and it's not working out great for me. Well, I have a lot to worry about on this board. I hit 6. I don't know why it's not auto-yielding. How is it already 12:30 my time? I started the stream at 10. We're only in match 4. Charmaw to destroy Sunhome, I guess? Okay. Pending Amulet. Ugh, if I just attacked with everything, not try to set up another Cultivator. Alright. Spelunking is a nice draw. Come on, just tap for the mana. Sesame Titan and attack with a lot of things. Or go for Colossus. Colossus is risky for time management purposes, but I think maybe I can get there in 3 minutes if I Colossus again. Oh, I have to hit yes for this every time. There should be a keybind for yes. 3. Okay. Name green. Yes. Okay, this should be good. Play Titan. Yes. Get Vesuva, Slayer Stronghold. Copy Boros Garrison. Haste Cultivator Colossus. Pick up Slayers, I guess. See if this is enough to kill them. I have no clue. Get Double Saga, I guess. It's gonna be down to the wire. This looks like lethal. Oh man, there's still another game after this? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Okay, whatever. I did not realize that. Alright, well, we gotta make changes and go fast as heck. Whatever. This hand has potential, I guess. We'll keep it. There's no way I'm killing them in 1 minute. It's just impossible. There's no freaking way. They have binding. They do. Having to click the colors is getting to me. These Force of Vigors shouldn't be in my deck right now either. This is just game. I feel like I should just concede. I'm just going to scoop it up because there's no way we can win this in 30 seconds. So this is just a waste of time. Ugh, should have been able to win that. I think if I was more familiar with the matchup, I would have done a lot better. One, making a lot less, making more decisions in a shorter period of time. Just because I only just recently learned kind of the tack to try to win the match. But also, on top of that, the new cards makes it a little confusing as well. So, we'll mulligan this. Oh, this hand's great. Love this. Keep that. Send maybe just Grazer, to be honest. Play Amulet, and the next one we can play Azusa and have a turn 3 Titan, so... Or Colossus, I guess. Depending on how our mana shapes up. Opponent leads on Misty Pass. Please don't be another 4-color deck. Please do not. I'm still trying to play super fast for literally no reason. Breeding Pool has entered play. Dude, I have a class at 8 a.m. I shouldn't even be awake right now. Oh, it's the Folk, the Mirror Folks, huh? Well, there is a potential to get Subtlety'd here, but guess who does not respect it? We could go for Colossus here. That would be kind of interesting, to be honest. See, is Titan just deterministic here, assuming it resolves? We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we can just kill them with Titan, so instead of doing anything crazy, I'm just going to do that. They seem to be F6'd, so let's just hope that they don't have interaction. And we win. All right, I'll take it. Nice, fast game 1. Right, against the Folk. One Ring is kind of weird against Force, but otherwise it's pretty good. And it can't be Subtlety'd, which is nice. Dismember is good. O-Stone is good. Cavern doesn't really matter. They don't play a lot of, like, hard counter spells. But Cavern does play Grazers and Amulet on 1, so it's not horrible. I don't hate Cavern. Alright, Pact is quite a liability against their Subtleties, so definitely at least trimming Pact. Spelunking seems very good. O-Stone seems a bit ambitious now I think about it. Can trim Talari West, I think. I consistently find that 4 Talari West is just, like, a lot. It's not that it feels bad to have them, it just doesn't feel necessary. Oh, we're playing against Merfolk as well, so we probably want to trim Sagas against their Spreading Seas effects. So let me do that instead, and we'll have Cavern, I guess. Trim map, keep T-West, I guess? Seems fine. We can just have a double Amulet draw. I'm okay with that. I apologize if I haven't been as high energy today as I usually am. I've been awake since 7:30 a.m. this morning, and it's currently almost 1 a.m., so... Non-stop. Botanical Sanctum, huh? I guess that shouldn't be surprising. I just immediately had flashbacks to playing against Neoform. That's why I immediately was like, oh, that's a Botanical Sanctum. I was like, oh no. But I almost kind of forgot that we were playing against Merfolk. Silvergill Revealing Lord, huh? I mean, this is a really good start from them. Oh, we might just have the turn 2 here, to be honest. We go Bounce Land, Amulet, Grazer, up to 4, Azusa. We can either Ring or Pact here, depending on how much we want to die to interaction. I mean, we're definitely doing something with a lot of this mana this turn. Especially considering we can just, you know, Azusa again eventually, assuming Azusa doesn't die. for opponent. We'll pick up the Sunken Citadel here as well to play around things. We'll play Citadel, naming green, I guess. I keep forgetting that Citadel actually taps for the color that we name other than just making 2 mana. And now we play Simic, and we can pact and see if it resolves. And if it does, and we leave the bounce land in play, then we can even use Citadel next turn. So we'll pact and see if they force it, I guess. If they force this, then we are clear to resolve the ring. If they let it resolve, then we can make sure we're not dying to subtlety by just picking up Sunken Citadel. Oh, they concede. Okay, well, this has been a long league. For those of you watching on YouTube, assuming that I do edit this and put this up, it will not be as long for you, but there are definitely probably some periods of time where I just was not saying anything, so that'll make it hard on me to edit. But my conclusion about the cards, well, I feel like we pretty clearly demonstrated how ridiculously good Spelunking is. Just first and foremost, Spelunking is a fantastic card. This card is great. Is it going to be stock in Amulet going forward? I think probably yes, to be honest. I think that Spelunking being a double up on Amulet is very good. I don't know for sure that I'm sold on Sunken Citadel. It didn't feel like it was doing something low power, but it didn't feel like it was doing something super impactful. So I feel like just cutting the Citadels, trimming on some of these extra Telaria West, and going back to a more traditional Mycosynth Gardens type build, and maybe adding Dryad back into the package instead of playing Azusas just to give some Valcut kills, I think could be useful. I don't see a reason not to play Dryad Valcut in this shot, especially since with Spelunking, a lot of times we're only getting single Amulet triggers anyways, so Dryad Valcut is a good way to kill when you don't get to double Amulet your opponent a lot of the time, so I don't know. It's a very interesting shell here. I definitely think Spelunking has potential. I think Sunken Citadel is fine. I don't know that it's the de facto Amulet list moving forward. Spelunking, though, probably a mainstay, I think, in the archetype. Probably. Okay, not 100%, probably. I'm like 80% sure right now that Spelunking is just going to be a main deck 4 of. It's very good. Much, much better than Explorer, I should say. And, yeah, this is what the list I had put together with Spelunking and Dryad looked like when I built it. Let me format it real quick, and then I'll come back to you guys to talk about it. Okay, so this is where I was at. I definitely think it's wrong not to play a Cultivator, though. I'm not yet sure if it's possible to play Spelunking and the One Ring together. Maybe it could be, but jury's still out on that. It's possible it's right to be, like, playing 2 rings in the sideboard, 2 rings main, in order to make room for the Colossus and leave everything else alone. Maybe Mycosynth Gardens isn't as necessary if we're playing Spelunking. That I haven't determined yet either. I would need to play with both of them to kind of try to figure that out. But I think something like this is going to be where we're looking at moving forward with, I think. So, and then the sideboard is obviously an absolute mess. I don't know that I am convinced Oblivion Stone is necessary, so I think maybe leaning less on Oblivion Stone, giving a little more room to Rhinos, and having Explosives just in general for some of the more aggressive decks. Explosives is just good. Or maybe even playing a second Colossus in the sideboard over Explosives. I wouldn't hate that, but I don't know that we really need that if you can actually play against 4-color correctly, which I can't, so that's why I feel like I need to lean on a second Colossus a little more now that I understand how to play the matchup, but I probably don't. It's just training wheels for me, so I'm going to try without it. But yeah, I think a list that looks like this is pretty balanced. So this is about where I'm at so far in the building. If you want to give the new Soul Land a shot, the Citadels, then I highly suggest it. Honestly, playing without Dryad this time didn't feel as powered down as playing without Dryad usually does, so maybe it's more reasonable now because Spelunking is just that powerful of a card, and, you know, it makes a Cultivator a more reliable card to go off with, because even if you don't have amulets, like let's say you're just getting hated out into Oblivion, you can still get a lot of mana generation from Cultivator just by having a Spelunking in play, and I think that's valuable. So I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. Hopefully you guys are as excited for the new cards as I am, even if it maybe doesn't necessarily show based on how tired I am. I'm very happy to have these new cards available, and I hope that you guys are too. I'll see you guys for the next league. Let me know if there's a list that you can think of that you would like me to play through a league with some of the new cards, and I'll see you guys for the next one. This is Red Face Menace, signing off.